This is a big game right here. I need this dub.
Went down in that room, and it set the tone for the entire
Hopefully, I
day.
got what it
Now,
takes
once
today.
court started, Nicolo dropped a major request. He wanted names of everyone in that January
My
2024
opponent is
Vegas
not ready
hotel room,
though.
and he wanted their names to be made public. His reasoning? Public trials let witnesses come forward with new information, and keeping those names secret was blocking the defense from getting the full picture. He argued that the rapper and his partner might have seen something that could
Yeah,
challenge Jane's story, maybe discredit her, maybe even prove that she wasn't coerced as she's
we
claiming
gonna
on the
run it on
stand.
the inside too,
Now, the
motherfucker.
prosecutors, they pushed back hard, saying adding these names would only harass and intimidate Jane Doe with no real legal value. Judge Sobranian, well, like I told you, he agreed with the prosecution, ruling that the Vegas incident isn't linked to Diddy's trafficking charges. So the names are staying sealed. Agnifilo, though, wasn't letting it go. Though he lodged a formal objection insisting that Diddy needed to hear it in open court, even after the judge offered to clear the room for a private talk. The fight wasn't just about names. There was something else going on. I think it was about strategy. And the defense was playing hardball, as they should, because they're being paid millions of dollars and Diddy's life is on the line. So any little thing that could help their client, they're going to try to push forward in court. Now let's get to the juicy part. The rumor that it could be Kanye West and his wife, Bianca Censori. Are they the mystery talk apart in the internet, but is there any truth to it? Several clues point to Kanye. First, there's Teddy Garagos, Diddy's lawyer, called the rapper iconic and very close to Diddy. Kanye checks those boxes. He's a music legend with a long and messy friendship with Diddy, from collaborations to wearing Sean John gear. Second, the Vegas trip happened in January of 2024, and reports placed Kanye and Bianca in Las Vegas around that time, celebrating her birthday. Third, courtroom gossip mentioned a high profile Diddy friend spotted near the courthouse, and Kanye's name came up. There's also a vague clue about someone nicknamed Bear sending Jane $9,000, and Kanye's early albums featured a polar bear mascot, tying to his Yeezy brand. But hold up, there's no solid proof. The Kanye buzz is based on speculation, not facts. Other names like The Game or Drake or Jay Z have been tossed around, though Drake's feud with Diddy makes him a long shot. The bear nickname could refer to someone else, or it might just be a code name that Jane used. Kanye's known for his chaos, and if he's involved, his presence can turn this trial into an even bigger circus than it already is. Imagine him testifying or going on a social media rant. It could either help Diddy by discrediting Jane or blow up in their faces if Kanye goes off the rails. For now, it's a tantalizing rumor, but we're stuck just guessing. To understand why the rapper's identity is such a big deal, we need to look at Jane's full testimony. Jane Doe dated Diddy for 3 years and is a key witness in this trial. Now, he's facing, as you know, sex trafficking, racketeering, and other charges. On day 22 today, she faced the cross examination from Diddy's team, who's using the Vegas trip to question her credibility. Jane says she and Diddy broke up before the Vegas trip, partly because she was jealous he took another woman to London. When Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy dropped in November of 2023, Jane was rattled. She said she saw her own experience mirrored in Cassie's claims of abuse and coercion. She confronted Diddy, saying she felt obligated 98% of their time in their relationship to have these freak offs or these hotel nights with these male workers. Now, Diddy sent her a partially redacted voice note saying he didn't know anything, like he didn't know why she felt this way, and asking how can we fix this. Text messages from December of 2023 show Jane demanding $100,000 per year for the 3 years she spent dating Diddy, plus ongoing rent payments. She eventually actually asked him for $450,000. Now, this could look like some type of extortion, especially since Cassie's lawsuit came out and then she's demanding this money. Was it money she wanted in order to keep quiet? Was it a threat towards Diddy? There's a lot to unpack there, but it just looks really shady that she's asking for hundreds of thousands of dollars for every year that she's been with him. Was, was it so that she could keep quiet? She wouldn't work with the prosecutors? We don't know. But keep in mind, he is still, while she is testifying against him, paying for her attorney and her rent. Yes, that is still happening. Now keep in mind, Diddy was paying her rent not only now, but back in January of 2024, even though they broke up and weren't talking. Now he did this through his assistant and chief of staff, Christina Cora. The defense hammered that the Vegas trip was part of Jane's willingness to participate in this lavish party-heavy lifestyle. They highlighted how she flashed the room, partied with the rapper, and texted Cabral to arrange another entertainer to get with them that night. As I told you guys, Cabral is another male escort, and they knew that Jane was part of this whole freak-off party thing. So we don't know how that all went down, but with her admitting to this, being there, Diddy wasn't part of it, he wasn't even her life anymore, and she still was
Let's get this
around
dub.
these. Says she just flashed her breasts, she didn't do any freak off activities. It brings a lot into question about her credibility. Teddy Garagos asked if the rapper's flirting or the group's vibe picked up off of her energy, suggesting that Jane was right at home in this world. They also brought up a text that Jane sent to friends after a Paris trip in January of 2024, the same time saying, "Now I just need a Saudi prince," which drew gasps in the court because Saudi princes are known to hire women or keep women on a roster that they pay, and it's basically like a job for them to be sex workers, to be escorts for these men's pleasure. So with Jane sending that text, it's basically saying that I'm up for sale, and she wants a Saudi prince next to pay for her sex worker lifestyle, that she's willing to do pay for play. So again, this hammers at her credibility because if all of these freak offs were so bad to her, why would she be willing to go with a Saudi prince? And if you've heard anything about what goes down in Dubai, I think it makes Diddy's freak off parties look like a 5-year-old's birthday. Because when I tell you, if you've ever, maybe I should do a deep dive onto it, but when I tell you how gross and disgusting these things are, that these women who get flown out to Dubai.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly.
What people are saying online about him? Social media, especially TikTok.
All right, let's go, fellas.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now inside the 25. And he's got it all the way down to the 25 line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing his Hurts. Eluding the pressure right.
What is y'all doing?
Throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there. Because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Man, what is y'all motherfuckers doing?
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Practice, boy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
So my landlord just left my house. Again,
and no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Eagle defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it.
That's my fault.
He'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Good catch.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Blue. We'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now Prescott.
Could be.
But they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both players doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Good catch, baby.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But I think when they look
Come on,
at their
don't show that
offense, they
shit.
think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Prescott to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Good touchdown.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue.
I didn't get the first.
A yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. On the ground with Vaughn. He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Prescott.
Oh, good. Good.
Wayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football.
That hurt like a
motherfucker.
Wow.
Out to the 20.
Sorry, kick your head up.
Obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Now, why you motherfuckers?
And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? Up the middle with Barkley. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room.
Keep that back.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
So if you smoke weed and you finally got off smoking weed, but you walk through the field of weed every day, one day you're more likely going to start back. That's how you got to.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down. The Eagles at 9-6 now. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Getting home that time to Marvin Overshown.
God ain't gonna bless you with no damn job to go work for a company that was built off the backs of slaves.
Now third down and very long. Hurts. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to put this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
I didn't make it up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to get things right for this thing. And then it's still hard to book. I know y'all, I say it all the time, man, I want you to be fun and let's go to the house. Alright, make sure y'all share this video.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Yeah, a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go again.
Oh, fellas, come on now.
Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he will not
Fucking
be
drop.
able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Compared with the Go camera, man, it is a game changer. You can monitor your plants in real time from anywhere. So even if you're not in the garden, you are in the garden. I think you need to keep an eye on everything from seed and stretch all the way to flower development, and it has been
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So diving right into it, if you don't have a good system,
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind behind the line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Dang! This motherfucker got his hands on it, bro.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And sometimes it may work and you may be okay with it. I'm telling you, you can maximize what you're doing if you dial things in with the real system and the real process. Successful growers don't just grow plants, they run systems. Document your process, build an SOP, run it, and it's
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Guesswork also leads in things like that.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, a little something going.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Dang.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Practice structure first, and then we go to the ball. Now, in veg is when training time often happens, and bad training equals wasted potential. If your cancer looks like a jungle, you're wasting light and airflow, and this is something that's going to be detrimental to your overall harvest.
On the end around, here comes Smith. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. Now the Cowboys going to bring the first of their timeouts. So they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Damn, fellas.
Now
How we
after the
pictured it.
touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Regularly drive back
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here.
Get the fuck out of here.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the
Oh, my God. Get the fuck out of here.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first
Spike the
half.
motherfucking ball, bro.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
All motherfuckers keep being wide open like that, bro.
The big completion there, it gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
The kick by the other is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
What happens when you don't play Madden enough?
I often see people getting fast one and then also changing the soil or changing the basic things and then having an issue and not knowing at all what happened. Too many variables, there's too many problems. You want to make sure you document these things and you're not going too far one way.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Let's see what the rookie want to do in a little bit,
the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Now a handoff to Blue running left side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because of the teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter. They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into a mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Pick up there, 20 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They go play action with Hurts. This is caught. Stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
We made it look like we wanted to play, but we didn't want to play. We did not want to play.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he's in
for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
No, I don't
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
We won't be going to no playoffs, fellas. But we did get 7 million.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Lamb will go in motion. Throwing. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different tech.
You see any factory welds on his 9-inch rib. Everything smooth. Look at that. Smooth. And what they say on the rear end?
Yeah, gonna sit down for a
in a
little
passing
bit back.
situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshowed. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far.
This is 3rd and 10. Here's Milton now to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Milton. All right, rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point.
Very disappointing, fellas. Very disappointing.
And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Milton. And this one into the hands of Vaughn. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
No, come on, man. Oh. Get the fuck out of here.
Everything hardline. Look at my hoods. Gold. Come on, man. No compound, no overspray, no different colors. Look at that shit. Come on, man.
They talking about take time and patience. Man, that nigga built his car
6 months. January I started. The whole car, I got pictures. Man, I got pictures and videos when I started in January. I did the whole
That's some
entire
bullshit.
car, firewall, frame, hood, gold, interior, music, paint. I repainted the car, the hood, radiator support. I redid everything in fucking 6 months. I got dates and pictures so I can show you. Everybody, oh, it's 7 years, 5 years. Nigga, hell no. 6 months.
Now, they say this is shit y'all did see. Now y'all see what it wasn't no competition.
Look at this shit, man. look at that starter, baby. Mazir starter, baby.
They don't sell it at autos, no.
Hey, hell no, man. It's $800, bro. The flywheel, another $800, bro.
Custom.
That's $1,600 between starter and flywheel, Billy.
Custom.
Look at the transmission hardline. Look at that. No soft line, baby. All the way back to the transmission, baby. What does it say right there?
Hydromatic.
4L80. 2,500 horsepower transmission. Come on, man. Look at the cat can. Look at clean. Look at clean is the cat can for the oil, for the motor. Nice and clean, tucked in.
Damn,
Not
nigga,
on the
I
fire.
didn't notice that.
Hell no, not on the firewall. Not behind the fender. Not inside the radiator support, man. Tucked in, man. The bottom of the car, bro. You can't even see. That's the oil cap can for the motor. Look at that shit.
Look at that motherfucker so nasty, dog.
Come on, man. Look at all the details. Look. Look at the boats, man. The art shades. Look, all the gold boats got no fucking, no numbers, no nothing. Everything shades and smooth. All of them. Look at that shit. Gold everywhere. Every boat, every screw is gold. Everywhere. My AC lines, the fittings are gold. Look at that. ARP, everything. Look at the body. Look, these are the bushings. Flush. You can't even see the body mount. You can see that big ass hole.
That shit, nigga. Show them the Billy body bushes.
Oh, let me see if you can see it here to the front. Oh, yeah, right here, look.
Nigga, the whole car got Billy body bushes.
Look, shit they can't even see is gold, man. Look at that shit, bro.
They said let them see your pinstripe. How classy you did it.
Oh, my shit clean, man. There ain't no rooster tail. There ain't no midtown. There ain't no fucking Wynwood graffiti everywhere. Hell no, man. Look, nice and smooth. Look, nice little pinstripe right there. Nice and smooth. Another one right here. Nice and smooth. Another one on my windshield wiper motor. Nice and smooth. I got another one. I got two under the car. Nothing on my frame. There's nothing on my frame. Hell no. There's one right there. I think it's right there in front of the cash can.
Let me see the plug to that transmission cash can.
Oh, that shit got detail, man. That shit got detail, bro. That shit got detail, bro. That shit got detail. Hey, look at the Holly. Look at the Holly under the oil pan. Little nice clean striping, nothing radical, nothing crazy. You feel me? You see any oil leaks?
Damn, man.
Come on, man. Ain't no damn oil leaks, man.
Hey, they say you got this motherfucker at your house, not at the shop.
They tell them on my house, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, nigga, we ain't going back to the shop. This motherfucker ain't roll and go.
Hell no. All I gotta do is fine tune it now, clean it, fine tune it, and adjust the suspension. I'm done. And retune the music.